Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, remember to hit that bell for notifications for when we drop new videos.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Boogeyman Radio. I'm David.
I'm Charles.
And tonight, we're hoping to have a lovely little chat.
Barry, I can't believe you cheat on her. Oh, wait, not that kind of drama? Oh, jeez.
It is that
My
kind
bad.
of drama.
My bad. Oh, I thought we were talking about soap operas like Lori
Baby
suggested.
mama drama. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. How dare you? Oh. And just like, as they walk away to the prison section. I
Like that little
think
kid
last
meme.
time I've actually willingly, well, maybe not even willingly, just saw a soap opera. So when I was like, probably, I don't know, 12, 13. I was at my grandparents' house. Wake up in the morning, it's kind of on.
That's all they watch.
That's all they watched. That's right.
My mom was like that. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's all good.
I haven't watched one in a long, long time.
Well, I don't plan on it because I find them boring.
Yeah.
Because drama. There's enough drama in this world without.
Who
soap
needs
operas.
TV when you got Facebook?
Oh my gosh. Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, everything.
Lori's like, I'm actually here before you started. Yes, you are, Lori. Look at you.
Have that medal to wear over our heads for once. What?
Whoop,
Oh.
What's up, Jess? Anybody
Good to
else
have
is
you guys.
watching? Those of you on
Absolutely.
Kick, what is up?
You know,
Oh,
it's weird.
man.
I still don't understand why. So when we check to see, like, for those that don't know, the stream provides us a counter for who's watching on YouTube, who's watching on Facebook. But apparently, we don't have a counter for who's ever watching on Kick.
That's because it's not attached
Not
to Kick.
affiliated, probably.
Well, it's not attached. I'm going through Restream, which is.
Oh, that's
putting it on
right. That's
Kick.
right. Well, that answers my question.
Yes. Yes. Oh, these are the days of our afterlife. That's right.
Is that a soap opera?
Days of Our Lives. Yes.
Oh,
It's also a song by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I thought it sounded familiar, but I wasn't quite sure.
It's been a week, man.
Can I just say with a
Oh, man.
all the air, it has been a week.
Oh.
A good week and a horrible week.
Been a
at the same
crazy,
time.
crazy week.
I don't even know how to like.
Where to start?
Yeah.
How about this, Charles? How was your week?
It started off great.
Yeah? What'd you
Just
do?
a great normal work week. And then
Yeah?
Friday night, I was invited out to the Whiteface house by Jessica in the chat.
Ooh.
And my friend Mitch went as well, so that was a lot of fun. I'm glad he had a great time. Pretty sure he got the bejesus scared out of him because
Good.
a doll fell off a shelf. But he's like, I don't know, it might have been me like moving around in the closet, which, you know,
sure, yeah.
And, you know, maybe.
He's heavy.
Yeah, the heaviest. In his defense, you know, maybe, whatever. But the doll was positioned pretty well. I remember seeing it before he went in there. And this thing just fell off the shelf. And it was funny. I told Jess beforehand, I was like, man, I hope Mitch gets the crap scared out of him.
You wished this on him.
I did. I really did. I was
Hey, why
hoping for
not?
him to have an experience. And I hope the same thing when we go to Garnett House sometime, hopefully within the next month or so.
Nice.
We'll see how that goes. I mean, obviously, if they have a room, I got to talk to Peoples and figure out when I can book a night. So I'm definitely going to go to Garnett sometime. It's been too long.
Not going to sleep in the house?
Oh, I'll definitely sleep in the house. I'll bring my cot like I did the last time.
Yeah.
Whiteface house. There was one room with air conditioning, and myself and Jess, we slept in there with AC. Oh, it's beautiful. It's great. The AC was just phenomenal. because it was
Yeah.
a really hot day. And then Mitch slept in his car.
Of course.
But to be fair, for people that Mitch is new to all this, and I'm not gonna say is because he was scared. That's not what I'm gonna say. There's two things. One, he goes to bed pretty early compared to normal people. I feel like, and when you're investigating, he can only really stay up till 1 o'clock. Jessica and I, we investigated probably till 3:30 ish. So, and he's a light sleeper.
Yeah.
I snore.
Yes.
That's the second part. So, to me, Mitch has valid reasons for sleeping in his car. Yeah, there's three things. Yeah. So he claims, "Oh, if I would have known that, I would have stayed up and slept in the room too." I was like, "Dude,
Like, no, you wouldn't have.
you could have." Whatever. So, I guess I'll just, if you guys want to hear it, we'll kind of just talk about the night. It started before we even went there. Yeah. So Jess said it straight off the board. It really did start before we really got there. So, or before we went into the house. So before I had arrived, before Mitch and I had arrived, Jess heard a loud noise come from within the house, and I think she described it as a door being slammed. I believe sounded something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, that's kind of weird. I personally wanted to wait for the person to let us in the house. Who I thought it was going to be was somebody else than who actually let us in the house. I'll just say that. And so I was just like, oh, if they live close by, I'd rather just wait for that person to get here, just in case there is someone. Oh, it happened twice. Okay, there we go. See, I didn't know it happened twice. Or if I did, I forgot. Sorry.
Nice, Jack.
Well, it's her story, not mine. So I said I would prefer, if there is somebody in the house, probably just to wait until the person got there to let us in. Because we had eyes on all the exits anyways, so is it what it is? She was walking around the house as well. So we get text confirmation we can go in the house. So went in the house.
Okay.
Walking around, and we don't see anybody. We don't hear anything else. We don't see anybody. Is what it is. A little while later, Spurrier lets us into the place. Checks in, pretty much. And we're just kind of talking, walking around, whatever. And we go upstairs to... it's kind of hard to preface this because all the bedrooms are white, I believe. So when you go up to the stairs, to the second floor, take a left, and that's the room with the AC, and that's the room with the cubby hole that has a mirror with red lights around it.
Okay.
So it's that room. We're all standing in the air-conditioned room. We're just, because it felt, like I said, it was hot and humid, so we were just like, let's go to the AC for a bit and talk. So Mitch decides to go into that little cubby hole, and that's when the doll fell toward him. It didn't jump at him, but it fell off the shelf. Whatever. It could have been him from thumping around. Who knows? But he just zooms out of the cubby hole. He's like, oh, the doll just fell. I'm like,
hold on, screw this.
Right? I was like, oh, already nice. And so we were talking about a little bit. We were laughing it off, whatever. And I was telling, I think Mitch asked a question about something, and then I was talking about how lately I feel like activity is actually picking up. I know it might be a weird concept, but I think paranormal activity is happening more frequently. At least I've noticed it's happening more frequently. I don't know if that's because the timing of when I go to these locations, but I feel like the last 3 investigations I've been on have been quite active.
Mm-hmm.
Especially 2 investigations ago, which was Carpenter's. Holy moly. But I also feel like, in general, it seems like things are picking up. I'm pretty sure Stephanie's been having more activity as well. It feels like almost every time a team goes in there now, someone has activity. It's pretty nuts.
Do you think it could be also because you've been active?
Well, that's another thing I was going to get to too. Yeah, that's another thing I was going to get to. Was maybe since I'm involved more, I'm becoming more attuned to things, and it's just kind of happening. So maybe they're getting comfortable with me finally. again, who knows? But I did also do a meditation session. Oh gosh, what was it? Sunday. It was very interesting.
You mean meditation session?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's the best.
Out in the
kind.
car?
Out in the car? No, we weren't even there. What?
Stop McDonald's, you get like whatever, and
Oh
you
my
have
god!
some napkins.
No, it was like
left over,
past
and
life
like,
regression
you know what?
meditation sessions.
Oh.
Yeah, spiritual sessions.
I mean,
you know.
I didn't mean to get kind of descriptive. Not that I've ever done
Dave getting descriptive over here. Anyways, so
that. Just bring a sock.
right. So, anyways, back at White Pit House, we're just standing around talking or whatever, and I'm actually talking about how I've never been to a place except I was talking about Carpenters. I was telling Justin everything that happened, and I told him, I was like, look, I've never been to a place except one, which was Carpenters. Each time that I've been there, something big has happened, or that I experience crazy activity. It seems like in the middle of me saying that, or like towards the end of me saying it, we hear 3 loud thuds, and you feel it on the hardwood floor. It sounds like something drops on the like, or like something just quick succession. I didn't think it was footsteps. It didn't sound like footsteps on a wood floor. It sounded like loud thud crashing, and I'm just like. And Justin immediately goes, well, you may want to change your mind about that, bud. Talking about how I've only experienced one haunted location so far. But I've only been to Whiteface House twice. And first time, we had some things. I had the cat ball. No, I didn't have the cat ball move. So there are 2 places I've been to back to back, which has only been twice, both places, that I've experienced paranormal activity. And it's Whiteface House and Carpenter's Mortuary.
Mm-hmm.
Garnett, I want to say I had one investigation where there wasn't a whole lot, but the first and third, oh my goodness, pretty nuts. What's up, Cassie? Yeah, it was so loud, sounded like someone had broken into the house. Yeah, absolutely. So we went and like looked around. We didn't see anything on the floors, because that was my main thing, is I was going to check every floor surface in this house just to make sure. Walked around I checked every single room, every closet, everything.
Right.
There was nothing on the floor. Nothing. And I even checked. There's like a spot where it looked like bunk beds could be, or like a bed was elevated. It was pretty cool looking. Checked up there. Nothing was out of place. And I even had Justin like verify where everything was. Oh, shoot. You know what? I completely forgot. The first time we went into that AC room, there was this plastic picture frame looking thing.
Yeah.
That was on the floor, and as soon as I walk in, I take a step, and I look down, and it's right in front of me. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Picture frame on the floor. 1 second. And Justin's like, what? I was like, yeah, this thing is on the floor. He's like, dude, I put it over there above the window, and it's like more
Good
than halfway
distance.
across the room. Yeah. I'm like, how in the world did this thing go from on top of this window frame to all the way across the room? So I didn't know if that might have been one of the things Jessica heard.
Lori's asking, you think that all the activity could be related to all the freaky weather we're having?
I actually have a theory about some of that. I'm wondering if the major solar activity we had back in May might have kicked up something, just because a lot of energy was thrown at us, and for how far south people could see the aurora borealis, you have to have, like, supposedly you're supposed to have crazy massive hits for it to go that low. Well, for what it was, it actually, like, the protection of the earth is actually weakening, so we were able to see it from that hit, even though it wasn't like crazy big. It was just multiple hits, one after another, kind of a thing that made it.
Yeah,
crazy.
If that was it, we would still be getting hit by it if you're still having
Exactly.
activity. So I don't think.
Oh
that
no,
would be
I'm
it.
wondering. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just
From
saying
May.
maybe it released something, like the energy of the earth is now up because we're getting hit with more rays. And right now there's like 20 coronal holes that, or no, not 20. I think 200 sunspots maybe that are like active on the sun right now. It's nuts. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, so we saw that picture frame. We had that. Looked around for that hammer, or not hammer. Looked around for that sound. Didn't get anything. So Justin left, and we're just conducting a session. We actually did debunk something, though. We went into one of the first floor rooms, right when you get into the house, pretty much. It's off to the right, in front of the staircase. There's like a little office-y room.
Yeah.
And we hear we walk through the room, turn on. I had a stroke. Walk through the room, turn on the light, and we hear this loud like doo 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 doo. We're like, the hell was that? We felt it on wood. We knew it was wood for sure. So we're like, what the hell is that? And then you hear some like chain rattling right after it. I'm like, that's odd. Somebody turn off the light, just in case. Turns off the light, like just to start like a session. And then we turn off the light. We hear another doo 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 doo, and a chain rattling. I'm like, this has got to be the fan. It's got to be the fan. So we tried it again, and for sure the fan was making 4 knocking noises, and the chain it was knocking so much.
Yeah.
Or was rocking
Just
so much.
kind of
the
off
chain
center
rattled.
or something.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, perfect. We just debunked some weird noise in the house that shouldn't be there. Well, it was just a fan.
Just a fan.
So keep it, keep an eye on that if you guys ever go there. That office room, if you hear 4 loud thuds and some chain rattling, it's probably the fan.
There you go.
But so after that, kind of just walking around. We decided to go to the basement, and myself and basements do not get along. I have really bad stuff
yeah.
when I dwell in basements too long. So they were Jessica and Mitch were conducting a session, and I can feel it kind of creeping on. So I was like, guys, I'm gonna go back upstairs and just like I'm gonna sit and do nothing, so you guys will be like you won't be able to hear me whatsoever. So they're doing their session, and I guess they got some cat ball hits. I don't really know. I wasn't down there, but they were saying that the cat ball was lighting up when they were like not close to it.
Huh.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well that's interesting, and is what it is. So we had a lull in the investigation for like another 2-3 hours where it seemed like things just weren't happening. Maybe an hour or 2. Just things were dead. And we're like, all right, it's hot as heck. We depleted our water. We need to go to the gas station and go grab some more water. Come back from the gas station. So it'd probably be about 10-15 minutes worth of being away from the house. We get back to the house. And we're standing downstairs and just like BSing, talking about things. And we hear another loud thuds, like 3 or 4 repeated, like thuds, whatever you want to say. And you could, again, it was hard thuds on the floor. And we were like, what the hell? Like, it sounded almost exactly like what we heard earlier. And I'm like, all right, I'm thinking maybe somebody's in the house because you can't, like, I'm not going to say it, but let's just say there was enough time for an intruder to be in the house.
Right.
Now, just to make sure, I was like, hey, whoever's up there, if you better come down or we're going to call the cops. Or if you don't come down, we're going to call the cops kind of thing. And just kind of waited for a second, heard no movement. We were like, well, okay, that's kind of weird. So I decided just grab a flashlight, go upstairs and look around. Check the floor again, like earlier. I get to go up the stairs, far right room. There's a long closet in there. In that long closet, there's some shelving. In front of the shelving, there was a hammer on the floor. Like a full-sized metal hammer on the floor. We hadn't investigated this area. We investigated the room. We didn't even go in the closet. We didn't go in here at all. And earlier in the night, when I was checking around the floors and I checked all the closets, there was nothing on the floor there. I would have noticed it.
Right.
I know for a fact that hammer was not on the floor. I'm very confident in that. So, we believe that hammer fell off the shelf twice. And if nobody put it back, because I know for sure I didn't put it back because I didn't see it on the floor. If nobody put that hammer back on the shelf, who put it back on the shelf for it to fall a second time?
Or if it was still on the floor from the first
or
time,
exactly,
we picked it up and it just dropped.
Exactly.
Didn't have enough energy, or
it was mind blowing. We know for a fact, which I talked to Austin. I told him what happened. He's like, dude, we've had that exact same thing happen, but twice in succession, right after another. He says, so we think someone dropped it, picked it back up, and dropped it.
Huh.
So, repeated happenstances, right?
Yeah.
I personally think, which, I mean, other people can agree or not agree, I think it might be a residual kind of thing, but that's just me. And then, I would say the only other thing that was weird that happened the rest of the night was around 3:30. We were in that office room again. It was just Jessica and myself. And we were on opposite ends of the room. And there's a window facing, obviously, it's a window. It's outside. But the story goes that this dad and his son were riding past on a lawnmower. And this little boy was waving at somebody at the house.
Yes.
And the dad asked him, like, "Hey, who are you waving at?" He was like, "Oh, it's the old lady in the window." Dad looked, right? Like, I think the dad looked and she wasn't there. Is that how it goes?
Something like that.
Or she was there, or whatever. Either way, there's a story of an old lady being in that window.
Right.
That ball was in the exact spot, right in the middle of the window, that it would light up if there was somebody sitting there or standing there. And we weren't moving at all. We were both sitting down, so there was no possible way we were moving. So for that cup ball to just whoop, light up, kind of blew my mind. Yeah.
Let me throw this at you real quick.
Pretty nuts. Yeah.
If it's residual, why would it be interacting with an object that was not original to the house?
What, the hammer?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they had tools and recognized it as a tool.
That'd be intelligence then.
Maybe.
Because a residual is not going to recognize anything.
That's fair. But what if there's multiple types of hauntings at this?
Well,
because
that's very possible. That's what I'm kind of getting at. Like, if I can understand footsteps and things like that.
Well, then we had I forgot to mention, we did have the Estes box, or the Estes session, where it sounded like two voices were interacting with each other, but they weren't, like, acknowledging us at all.
Right.
None of the questions I was asking, none of the questions Mitch was asking. Jessica was the one under session. But it sounded like they were talking to each other, which, mind you, that could be an intelligence thing too. But it could have been somebody carrying on a conversation in a past life. Or two somebody's, but
in the afterlife.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to know other people's research as far as if the same things keep happening, as far as the same types of things keep happening. But I don't know. It's a thought. I'm probably way off, but it's cool.
Just said that's the second time she's had that happen during an Estes session.
That house, yes. That makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, it could be part residual and part of it's an intelligent. Like,
I'm just saying, an old lady waving in the window, that could be residual. You never know.
Could
Weird.
be. Never know until you ask. Get a response.
Weird. I'm hardwired in, but I'm getting like low internet signal. So if it drops for some reason, I apologize. On my end.
Yeah, my end was dropping earlier today too.
Weird. Maybe it's just the issues that StreamYard's having.
No, I mean like my internet.
Not weird. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Well, I do live with roommates, and I think the microwave kind of messes with it. So if somebody just ran the microwave, may have done it. But yeah, I want to say that was pretty much it for the rest of the night. It was it's paranormal. That's right, Jess. Because everything's paranormal these days.
That's right.
But and I will say, ever since kind of posting more stuff on Facebook, I've had people message me about like my investigating and stuff that I wouldn't expect to message me about it.
Huh.
Cool. It's a great conversation starter, and it's the same thing at work too. I have people talking to me about it there that I don't expect. Yeah. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I love being in it more.
Like half the people at work know I ghost hunt and film and all this stuff, and then half of them are oblivious to it. So whenever like the ones that know say something to me about, oh, get your autograph because you're famous.
Oh my God.
The other ones are like, the other ones start the ones that don't know, like if I've done anything, like they start chiming in. It's like, go away.
I've been doing this for a long time.
Go away.
Could be Wi-Fi and microwaves had the same. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, I want to get out to Whiteface House. She keeps inviting me out there.
You should check it out.
Like, dude,
you're busy.
I am busy.
I know,
and I try to explain it to her a little bit. Like and it's not just her that invites me out to places and stuff. But every time I get invited out to place, number one, some of these people will invite me like literally the next day. Like, oh yes,
yeah,
the next day. I'm like, I can't take off of work.
No,
the next day.
He's a working man.
Like that's not how work works.
I can't either, man. I gotta. There's a thing you gotta put in time to make sure something can cover.
If it's 2 weeks out, yeah, it's cool. But like I told Jess, like I get my daughter every week, like for a couple days. So I like
Right.
to spend time. I definitely want to spend time with her as much as I can while she's young, because once school starts, I'm kind of screwed there. But right now
Goddamn.
she's not in school yet. So.
Don't ever see him again until the summer. That's pretty
Well,
much it.
this year she's only going to be going from 8 till 11, just for
Oh,
a
that's
few
not
hours
bad.
a day.
Yeah.
But then next year it's like all day. So come next year,
Dave? You gonna be
Oh,
okay?
I will be. I'll
Okay.
make it. I'll make it. I'm probably
Shed
gonna
the
switch my
tear.
days that I get her to like Sundays.
Yeah, that
'Cause
makes sense.
I just bought her a Bears jersey, so we can
Nice.
watch our games together.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a
Um,
great thing to do.
Yeah. But until that happens, until those days come where she's in school and
Yeah.
that'll free up some time for me. But as of right now, like I'm not doing a whole lot of investigating. Like this week, I've got an investigation this coming weekend.
Yeah. No, you're not investigating. I've got one this week.
I said it a lot. Yeah, shut
What is
up,
that? 2
bitch.
weeks? 2 weeks since you've done one?
Yeah,
3 weeks?
It's been a while.
Yeah. Oh man, 2 weeks.
been like 3
What a
weeks.
Stretch. Wow, 3 weeks.
Carpenters
Oh my
was the
God.
last one, I think.
Woo! 3 weeks, guys. What? How horrible.
Yeah, Carpenters. That was the last one. 3 weeks ago.
3
But,
weeks. Jeez.
No, filming another episode for Haunting History.
I was lucky to get one investigation a year for a long time there. A year. Yes, I mean that.
Then he showed his pecker. Now, look at him. He's grown. You're a grown boy. So OnlyFans.
No,
does
that
for
is
you.
not what happened. For the record, that
What?
is not what happened. It was just my feet.
Want to see my pecker?
That's a great video, but no. Yes, that would be
Come on,
nice
you
to find
like
too.
it?
We're going to Malvern here. Jeez, what is it? The 21st.
Changing
My
subject.
gosh.
What the hell?
Well, I just saw her comment.
I
Yeah,
know.
I just.
You fucking-
We do need 2 more
foot
people.
fetish.
I tried to get Mitch to go, but it is a Sunday, and he doesn't want to take off Monday. And blah, blah, blah. I was like, I took off Monday. What's your problem?
I'm gonna try to do something here.
Oh God!
I got some things in the works.
Don't show your pecker, but
I can't promise you anything, but
so,
I have a couple things in the works right now.
all right. Don't
Potentially.
say too much. Don't say too much.
One of them
Don't
you
say
know
too
about, Charles.
Yeah, I know. Don't say anything. Shh.
And I'm not going to talk about it at
Good.
all.
Good.
The other one you don't know about,
Good. Don't tell me about it.
and I'm not going to talk about it at all.
Good. Don't say anything. Keep it to yourself.
I won't know anything till later this year. So
Oh well, that's boring.
I know, right? I just had a phone conversation with a person today about it, like right before the radio show.
Oh, the anticipation.
I know, right?
It's gonna wait. It's gonna wait.
I know.
It's gonna wait. But yeah, I'm excited for Malvern. I'm going the 21st, which is next Sunday. This coming Sunday, I should say. God, I didn't realize it was already. Whoa, it's been 2 weeks since. Well, it'll be 2 weeks ish. About a week since I've investigated last. Anyways, yeah. So I know it's Jess and I for sure, but
I've got a golden
might be
ticket.
2 other people, but 4 people backed out. So kind of a douche move. What?
I've got a golden ticket.
Got a golden ticket.
Gets me in anywhere.
This thing keeps falling on me. Yeah, right. Okay, not a skeleton key there, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll be excited to get back up to Malvern.
Told
and
you.
from what I've been hearing, it's been more audible stuff than
It's just
What
Josh fapping
other
in the
stuff?
bathroom.
I wouldn't be surprised.
In the attic, on the roof, where nobody else can get to.
First off, I think Kirsten would be pissed
I don't know.
that he didn't say anything to her, but
No, she'd be all right with him not touching her.
probably. Give me a minute. It's just funny as hell.
Oh, wait.
But that would be a whole different level that he would have with the spirits now. Whole different
An
level.
intimate level.
Yeah. Like we know someone who's already been on that level, but
It's not me.
no, it's not Dave. It's not
At Malvern.
Somebody else. Someone who might somewhat live close up there. But anyways. Oh, you know what else? I did want to talk about this before we get into our real subject. Have you noticed that prices have increased on several locations?
Which locations?
Just a lot of locations. Prices have increased.
Not really, because I don't pay.
Inflation.
I don't necessarily pay to play.
Well, for those that
So-
actually do have to pay to play, y'all know what
Sorry.
I'm talking about.
Sorry, and I'm not saying that to throw it out there and rub it in or nothing. I'm just saying. I don't.
He has friends in high, low places. Anyways,
In the
no,
medium.
for those that actually have to, right? For For those that actually have to look into cost and things of going to investigations, which that's the reasons why I don't go and rent places out a lot of the time, because they're just stupid expensive. But there are an exceptional few, and I mean exceptional few, that I'm willing to pay at least somewhat of a price. Somewhat. But
let this be a first portion of the paradrama stuff here.
yes.
Because this is something that irks me to no end. And I'm going to say this, guys. If you are trying to get into places and you have to go through a team to get into a place, don't do it. Don't do it. A lot of times, well, I'm not going to say a lot of times. In some cases, there are teams who take a portion of that money.
Big time.
You really want to go to a place where your money's going to go towards that place. So I recommend, if you're going to pay for a place, deal with the owner. Don't deal with another team to get into a place.
Yes.
We know people who have gotten into this thing of, well, I'm going to try to take care of this place, or I'm going to, manage or handle their paranormal thing. And then they'll get like a bunch of different locations. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, what's in it for you?
Right.
And in several instances, there are teams that are taking percentage or all the profit.
Which is, it needs to go back to the location, aka the owner.
That's why you haven't been able to visit Pythian. Well, let me just tell you right now, the Pythian, if you deal with the owner, you're probably going to get a headache. Maybe a little dementia.
Maybe.
She's wired.
Else?
She is wired different, and I don't find her pleasant. She's not a bad person. I'm not saying she's a bad person or nothing. I don't have anything against her. She's just odd. She is extremely odd. So,
But to be fair, it is the paranormal world.
she's very paranormal.
There's a lot of odd people in the paranormal world.
This one should be studied.
Honestly, maybe in some hospitals too.
And I've talked about the people that are near me, and this is something following the same path. This bothers me as well. Is whenever I warn people about certain people, like don't deal with these people, and then they still go and deal with those people. It's like, did you not learn anything? I mean, I get it. It's one thing to hear one person say something about somebody else, and you're like, well, I've never experienced that, so I'm just gonna go until I experience it myself.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. Do what you will.
Yeah. And here's another thing too. When you're visiting locations, make sure it's places you can trust.
Yeah.
Because for me, I would like to know about the owner. I would like to know who they are, as far as how interacting they are with the location. If they actually take the time and care about the place and want to give us, that little extra something special. No, I'm not talking about a happy ending. I'm just saying
Womp
that horrible joke didn't land. Go
No,
figure.
it was disappointing. No happy
Exactly.
endings.
Oh, that was good. But to me, I would rather go to a place that friends of mine that have been to and can attest that it's actually worth it, or it might have a good time.
Well,
where
here's
you know that people care about the history of the location.
I think this is something you also have to keep in mind too. Like you're gonna have investigations where you're disappointed. There's nothing happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
These other teams, like they could tell you, yeah, we didn't have anything happen here, but you could go there and have a first-rate experience. You know? So, I was gonna say, and I don't know if I even talked about it. I think I may have talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I'll talk about the Kendrick place real quick.
Go ahead.
Because this falls in line with
It does
the things I
fall
was
out of
talking about.
paradrama.
There's a team around me. I don't like. I can not like somebody
Right.
and not talk about them and not like trash them. But there is one person in this whole paranormal realm. If you know me and you've been following me for a while, you know who I'm talking about. That I deem my nemesis.
What's his name?
Her name,
I know. I was just testing.
But so there's a location near me that she has control over. And she's supposed to be helping these locations. You would think, right?
Yep.
If you're managing all the paranormal stuff and you're supposedly giving proceeds back to the place, or you're trying to do some stuff there, you should see the improvements, right? The Kendrick place in Carthage, Missouri, was one of the places I started investigating way back in like 2006, 2007.
I actually went back and watched the old episode, well, the 3D episode, but
that was only a couple of years old.
well, I'm just saying.
But I stopped investigating there for a long time because this person got involved with it. But John was out at the Kendrick place just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Called me up on Facebook Messenger on video, and he was up there at the Kendrick place just looking around and stuff. Just he was in the area, thought he'd stop by, see what it looked like. I'm gonna tell you, I was so pissed. I thought about doing like a fundraising event just to make sure that place doesn't fall down. The windowsills rotted and falling apart, like crumbling. Last time I was there in that episode, you can see in a couple of the shots inside the roof had caved in.
Such a shame.
The back patio where it was a brick patio, you can't even see it. You can't even see it. It's weeds growing up there. Like it's pretty much gone. There's a lot wrong with this place. Foundation has
horrible.
cracked. It looks like it's starting to sag on one corner. It makes me so mad because that's one of the oldest places in the area. Like, and it's active too. It is active.
So sad.
But the people that are controlling things are letting it fall into disrepair and doing nothing about it.
Such a dang shame.
I really like it.
You just hate to see.
I had to
places
calm
like
down
that.
at Walmart. I was in Walmart when I was seeing this shit. I had to calm down. But I did want to. I thought about maybe doing something for it, and then trying to get a hold of the owner. But I kind of feel like the owner's gonna be like, "Well, you have to go back to this person," and then I can't do that. I'm not gonna go to this person. But Shannon knows who I'm talking about. But yeah,
Yeah, I agree. It sucks. Well, and sadly, it's kind of when we say that need to be protected and loved, that also goes for paranormal teams too. Like, paranormal teams need to respect locations.
yeah,
And not party at it and do things without other people's permission and then leave your trash everywhere
and steal stuff.
and steal stuff. That's my probably biggest pet peeve of the entire paranormal drama BS is people stealing stuff.
Oh yeah,
You get caught, that just ruins it for everybody else.
the people that have the audacity to be like, "Oh, I take a little something from each location home with me."
I hate it so much. I hate it so much because what if something from that location is actually tied to the location and you take it away from it?
The people that are taking the stuff without asking, number one, if you're asking and still taking stuff, and you're given permission to
That's a
take
different story.
it, yeah, that's completely different.
story.
But oh man,
But if you just take stuff, that's so stupid.
oh yeah,
I hope to God, the good Lord Savior himself, that does not happen when I'm on an investigation with someone. Because I will go off. I will go off.
that's my biggest worry with any of the events and stuff. Like somebody shows up, decides to take something home, and then the location owner calls me about it. Like, "Hey, do you happen to know where this went?" "No, I'm sorry, I didn't see them take it.
Yeah.
It was dark."
Yeah, that's fair.
And I know this happened at Vale Mansion. with Elijah and them. They had somebody steal something out of Vale Mansion, and that's why they shut that thing down.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that people would take stuff. Like, it's really hard to trust people in this world.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Speaking of that, I know.
Speaking of that,
I know I sent the stuff to you, Charles, but I don't know if the folks watching have you guys seen what's going on with the Conjuring House?
like, at all. And I'm not talking about, or we're not talking about the first stuff that was going on with the Conjuring House, featuring two individuals that we are going to be talking about, Cody and Satori. This is something else entirely. Like, I thought when you sent me that video, I thought it was like more stuff on that. Nope, it's completely different. Completely different. I mean, part of it, when you get into the nitty gritty of it, part of it does kind of have to do with it, but in a certain way, and we'll get into that for sure.
So if you haven't heard, so a couple weeks ago, Conjuring House, well, a couple employees of the Conjuring House, they have, what is it called, docents or whatever?
What?
What are they called? Docents? People that take care, like caretakers, stuff like that. People that do tours and shit like that. Anyway.
Just employees?
Well, yeah, but there's like several different employees. There's a maintenance guy, there's caretakers, there's tour guides, there's a docent, basically. So they had some people that worked there.
I don't know.
Some of them gave tours, some of them took care of the property, some of them did other things.
Yeah.
Some of them quit and then went online.
Actually, a pretty good portion of them quit.
They went online and they just let people know that they quit, right? Well, then Conjuring House puts out a post.
Yeah.
And Charles, you want to read that post?
Yeah, it's kind of a long-winded post, but I'll definitely read it. But real quick, kind of to preface things, so I'm going to read a post from the Conjuring House. This is actually by the owner. So anything I'm saying is straight from the owner on the Facebook page. This is nothing, allegedly, nothing, whatever. So keep in mind that these people that are actually, that are said to be fired in this post that I'm going to read, they actually put in their resignation beforehand.
Yeah.
So
we'll get into those things.
We'll get into that, but I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yes.
So let's see here. Got it pulled up. It's right here.
Right here.
So, okay, here we go. Hopefully I can minimize the craziness. This was 5 days ago. Happy July, everyone. I am hearing about a lot of hateful rumbling from people who are not in Conjuring House supportive moods by the sounds of it. As you may know, TCH is the most famous haunted location in the world. We attract hundreds of people from around the globe per month to Burrillville, Rhode Island, to partake in one of our effing experiences. I am told. What?
Real quick, she didn't write effing.
No, she said the full word FUCKINGing on the Facebook page.
Yeah, you might as well just say it.
On a business.
Just go ahead and say it.
All right, fine. I'll say all of it then.
Verbatim.
Yep. I am told that some members of the paranormal community and government officials keep attacking TCH. Government. Yeah, it's CHS. What am I spelling? So government officials, that's weird. There are many wonderful paranormal investigators and honest government people who have consistently supported the paranormal field. Many members of the paranormal community have commended the expansion of experiences at TCH. To broaden the interest in paranormal activity that demonstrates the continuity of consciousness, as to the others, whatever. We really do not care about people who abuse and attack people. We consider them evil and wicked people. In fact, we never want any person with these personality afflictions to visit us at TCH. So if you are among the wicked, moody, personality challenged, then stay away. Wow, that was lovely. We now have the kindest, hardworking people with positive outlooks on our staff. Our all-new staff, with just a couple of previous staff, consists of... I'm not going to just get in the names.
Skip the names.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and among others, whatever. Our reviews are reflecting the great energy of our invigorated staff. There are always growing pains when you start or take over a business. I am not apologetic that I needed to turn over the first wave of TCH staff. Among the reasons for their dismissal of these people were cruel and hateful verbal abuse towards others and suspecting that some staff were fraudulent in their investigative methods. I wonder who she's talking about there. I will never be defeated or destroyed now or any time in the fucking future, so fucking be it. I appreciate the township of Burrillville, Rhode Island, for their support and guidance to have helped TCH to grow its business and attract tourists from around the world since I bought the property and business in May of 2022. As always, we welcome any and all paranormal curious and or paranormal enthusiasts and seasoned investigators to our location. We continue to be thrilled with the people visiting us from around the globe. Every day we meet people who have traveled far and wide with anticipation to have an authentic paranormal experience. We look forward to hosting all and of the good and morally upright people because the world is filled with such people, much more than the hateful, wicked, and low-density people that should look in the mirror rather than rage at people, animals, communities, and habitats surrounding them. Getting real crazy. This post is directed at specific people in the United States and elsewhere who I am told are abusing and attacking people for no fucking reason other than to terrify them from continuing their interest in the continuity of consciousness, i.e. paranormal activity. Okay. The state of Rhode Island has defended its businesses that have come under attack from the wicked and evil forces to curtail their freedom of expression. Rhode Island was founded by I'm just going to freedom of expression, trying to hear. And then I was told by the state of Rhode Island and the township of Burrillville that they will continue to protect and defend TCH from people who are trying to hurt our business, and that TCH remains eternally grateful to Rhode Island, Burrillville, and other towns and communities that supports freedom of expression for their residents and their businesses.
All right.
So
they went on the offensive.
Very.
And saying that they fired the staff.
Yes.
That's not true. They did not fire the staff. The staff actually quit. They resigned. They turned in letters, which you can actually see the letters.
If you go to what is it, Jason Hawes's Facebook
Facebook
go to
page.
YouTube or Facebook page, on YouTube, type in the Conjuring House drama. It's literally a 2.5 hour live stream of them talking about it and just explaining it all, getting it all out there. Like all the staff members that quit, their side of the story. And I didn't know that okay, how are we going to take this real quick though?
Right now, I want to talk about Corey and Jennifer Hines, and they were the previous owners of the Conjuring House. And this lady acquired the Conjuring House from them. She basically decided she was going to buy it, and then
stole it out from underneath.
Pretty much stole it out from underneath them. And,
allegedly, I'll correct my statement.
Yeah,
allegedly stole it out from underneath. Yeah. But when you look at how she did it, allegedly.
Yeah. And there was a lawsuit, I guess. And look at this. There's an actual law. This is a unofficial paper. State of Rhode Island is the Wonder Group versus Corey and Jennifer. But she tried to what is it? Let's see. I forgot what this was over. States that the above caption civil action for specific performance and all claims. Okay, so if I remember correctly, and you guys can watch the video yourselves after the show. They went through the Conjuring House goes through a booking agency.
Yeah.
So you pay the booking agency. The booking agency sends the money to said owner.
Yeah.
after Corey and Jennifer quit, they were still apparently, like, their contact information was still in their system.
Yes.
So they couldn't get a hold of the owner to send payment, and they contacted Corey. Well, Corey, based off of what they said, was they decided to be nice and contact the owner.
Yeah, I think they emailed the owner.
And let them know that,
Email or
hey,
text her or whatever.
let them know that, hey, such and such called us, and you got some kind of bill or some payment or something coming through or something like that, and you need to answer them. And she got mad at them, saying that they were trying to take her money.
They were that they were trying to steal from her, and it's just like, why would they help you if they were trying to steal from you?
Yeah, if they're going to steal from you, they're not going to contact you about it.
Right.
That's counterproductive.
How stupid would you be?
So there was this long drawn out thing, and I got to credit Jennifer because she was super professional whenever responding to her. This lady's, if you watch the video, you'll see the text. This lady is off her rocker.
Off her rocker.
The owner. And Jennifer stayed professional.
She did.
But Corey does not appreciate being called a thief.
Especially when it was on his mom and dad's anniversary.
Yeah. He let her know about it.
Which, I mean, hey, good for him.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech.
For sure. Another two people that were the target of this was Cody and Satori Hawes. I guess they did work there.
Yeah, I didn't know that they worked there officially, but yes, they were a part of the staff there.
Yeah.
And so with them being part of the staff, it actually got to the point that Cody and Satori felt like they were being like prized possessions being shown off to ask like a jesters, like do tricks because of their so-called ability.
Yeah. They were being promoted and not compensated.
Well, that and they got tired of being treated like a prized possession. Yeah, a sideshow. Yeah, a circus. So that was one of the reasons why they also wanted to resign. They resigned. The staff, when you read the letter, they resigned because they were concerned about the lady's health. Yeah. They all tried to leave. That way she would have no staff members to run the location because they thought she needed help. Mm-hmm. That's why they left. Because this lady was like making accusations and accusing people of certain things. Yeah. Supposedly.
A lot of it sounds like paranoia on her part.
Right.
On the owner's part.
That's what I was thinking too. Which, another thing that happened that was just freaking insane. So I guess I didn't know this, but a barn had like burnt down back in like December, I think. Some barn on the location burnt down. And they were going to turn that bar into a haunted collection museum.
This is the video, guys. I'm not going to play the video. This is what it'll look like. It'll have all these people on it.
So it is on Facebook as well. So yeah, you can just go to Jason Hawes' Facebook, and it's literally just Conjuring House Trauma. But so there was a barn that had burnt down. Well, they were going to use that to turn it to a little museum for Cody and Satori, because Cody and Satori were actually the owners of these haunted objects, supposedly haunted objects. And in the middle of like renovations and
the guy was staining
the wood and stuff.
Yeah.
It burnt down. So what had happened was the chemicals. Yeah, it was a complete accident. The chemicals that this guy was using in the stainer and the rags, he just threw the rags away in a bag, thinking it was normal. And a little while later, the chemicals actually caught fire and combusted. Yeah. And then the whole, I don't know if the whole barn burned down, but a portion of the barn burned down. And so, according to Cody and Satori, they had agreements with the owner to be reimbursed. Well, a little while later, I don't know the time, Satori reached out to the owner.
It was months later.
Yeah, it was months later.
So they didn't pressure her.
Yeah, they weren't pressuring her at all. This was like the next time they talked about it, because she had agreed that they were going to be reimbursed.
Yeah, she said the insurance would pay for it.
Yeah, the insurance is going to pay for it, right? And the lady then started accusing Cody and Satori of like they were the ones at fault for the burning of the property because it was their person they hired. Well, for one, they weren't even there when it happened. They weren't even around. For two, she's the location owner, and the person that hired this guy to do it was the location owner.
Yep.
Because this guy actually worked for the Conjuring House.
Yeah, he's their maintenance guy.
He's one of their maintenance guys. So,
yeah.
who's the one that hires people and fires people? Oh, right. The owner does.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
So then she's saying now that apparently saying now, at least according to Satori, she's mentioned something as like, it's not our fault that you didn't have insurance to cover the damages. What I'm pretty sure Satori said in the video.
Well, she said the insurance company, because of the way the fire started or something,
Yeah.
like they weren't going to cover all the stuff and whatever. So
Yes.
she wasn't going to reimburse them, and which she had already agreed to reimburse them.
Yeah.
And you can see on the video, you can see all the text, and what's worrisome, like it goes on with some of the other employees that were there too, but like what's worrisome was like all the people were texting her, and they would tell her that she needs to get help.
Yeah.
She needs help. They weren't being rude about it.
No, they were just like people that cared.
Yeah, they were
Hey.
like, you need some
Yeah.
help, and this lady just does not
What if the house
comprehend.
is overtaking her?
That was something that got brought up as well. But Jason started getting attacked
Yeah.
by this lady, Jason Hawes, because Jason would actually go there and help her for free.
Yeah.
He'll fix her plumbing and stuff like that.
And mind you, he had no idea all this
was going on.
All the craziness was happening.
Yeah,
No
a
idea.
lot of this, it's like horrible bosses, like the show. You remember?
Jerry, it wasn't a contractor. It was somebody who actually worked for the
Her.
location as a staff member, and he agreed, or they supposedly agreed that this guy deserved more jobs around the location, and so wanted to give him some more jobs around the location. So, I believe he was not a contractor.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think he was a contractor.
Right.
Just a hired maintenance man, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, she, and now like it's gotten so bad, like there's lawsuits and stuff
Yeah.
get started, like threats of lawsuits and all that going on, dude. And
I think this is gonna make the location's popularity tank.
yeah, I think it's already started doing that. If you go, like I said, go to Jason Hawes's Facebook page and watch that here in a little bit. Like you get the full scoop and you'll get the full spectrum of it.
Yeah.
But what this boils down to is this location owner
It is.
is abusive to her staff. And even KJ McCormick, who was also on Ghost Hunters, I guess his kids stopped out there not too long ago. I think that his kids like 6 and 8 or
Yeah.
something like that with their grandmother. They tried to call to see if they could schedule a tour. Nobody answered.
Yeah.
They were just happened to be nearby, like just a couple minutes away. So they went over there while some people were standing outside, and they got yelled at for even showing up there.
Wow.
Yeah, all they wanted to do was ask when tours were and get that information. And
Yeah,
they
there we
just got
go.
yelled at.
Yeah, he was a handyman and was a TAPS team member with Jason for a long time.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
it's like horrible bosses, man. And then of course the way she sounds on these text messages,
Just sounds nuts.
it sounds like maybe dementia or
Yeah.
some schizophrenia, maybe. I don't know. Something's not right up here. Like,
Right.
but there's a big thing going on, storm brewing with the Conjuring House, and I guess we're all gonna see how that plays out, because that
If
place
people
is
keep going there or not.
well, I mean, over the last couple of years, that place has just been booked solid for like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think what's gonna happen now is, since they made it public, I think she's gonna try to come after them because she just sounds that crazy.
Oh yeah, and that was
so
the
she'll
other
probably
thing
try to come
too.
after 'em.
That was the other thing too with Satori, and then they did a live stream, just telling people that they weren't going to be at the Conjuring House anymore, and they were just being polite about it. They didn't throw anybody under the bus. They were just saying they're no longer going to be there, and they got attacked for that as well. She speak by the knees?
Oh man, come on, man.
Right,
Sorry.
there you go. That's probably what's going to happen.
Probably. spin it as, oh my god, the house is affecting me. Ah,
Ed and Lorraine Warren's nephew's gonna show up and like,
probably
something in here still affecting people.
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba.
That's all you hear now is I saw somebody on the live stream commented, I'm a relative of Bathsheba's and I hate how she's exploiting the house.
Oh, another thing that I heard was so if you go to the Conjuring house and you are to film, your video has to be approved by the owner
That's dumb. Hey William, what's up? Good to have you.
before being released, before anybody can see it.
That makes me so mad when locations do that. When they tell their employees, no, you can't talk about things.
That was
So
another thing too. They couldn't
stupid.
talk. The employees couldn't talk about their experiences if it didn't fit a
Hate
certain
that.
narrative.
Hate that so much.
Yeah. I don't think the only time I've ever had a request to see the video before I put it out, which didn't bother me, was whenever I did the Elms Hotel in Excelsior Springs.
Well, that's another one that I refer back to about people being tightly knit on what people can say or cannot say.
So that one I had to sign a contract with the company's out of New York that owns it. So I had to sign a contract with them, just giving them a preview. Yeah, they just had to see a preview of
Sorry, I was
the
reading
episode.
Lori's house,
Oh.
Lori's post, but continue what you're saying.
But like they didn't say you can't show this or anything like that. They
That's
just
so
wanted to see the episode before everybody else. That was it. So I mean, outside of that, that's the only time I've ever had anybody be like, "Oh, we have to
Yeah.
approve your video."
Yeah, so Lori said she jacked the price so high people can't afford, which I actually went and checked on it earlier, like literally before the show started. It was like in the $thousands range
Yeah.
for 8 people. Holy moly. It's priced so high that people can't afford it. I heard today that if you book the house, you're not allowed to investigate the property. So you have to stay in the house, or
That's
it just
pretty
kind of
crazy.
sounds dumb.
And it makes sense now because like there's some people that I know that have investigated their back when Jennifer and Corey had it,
Yeah.
and now they won't go back, and it's coming to light why they wouldn't
Makes total sense
go back.
why. Yeah.
So, like I said, there's a lot of drama building up around the Conjuring house, and right now it seems like they're going to lose a lot of business. I guess there was an instance where somebody was coming from overseas to the Conjuring house. There wasn't going to be anybody there to meet them. They text the owner. The owner said she would be there at like 7
Yep.
and never showed up.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when allegedly the owner doesn't show up for things when
Yeah.
they say that they're supposed to be there. It's stupid.
Yeah.
My signal keeps like fading in and out, so just giving you guys a heads up. I can see the internet bar in my left-hand screen. We had to sign a contract with them too. Couldn't even post pictures without their permission. Wow, that's stupid.
Now, if it's of their event, there's a difference.
Man,
There's a difference because Ghost Hunts USA was an event company.
I'm
Not a location.
I'm literally to the point where if it's not an event hosted by a friend of mine or someone that I trust, or if it's not a home location or like a home or a location that someone's invited me to investigate,
Yeah.
I just won't go. I will not pay for ridiculous events if you're gonna have to put up with stuff like that. Not even just events, not just pay for locations like that. If it's places I don't trust, I'm not gonna go.
See, yeah, lost $100 because of them.
Yeah,
Like if I have an event, which
Ghost
I do,
Hunts USA.
I encourage you guys, like if you take pictures at like the Midwest Mystery Tour,
Share that.
share
Share
it,
it.
and then just all I ask is tag the tour in it.
It's
Because
stupid to hold on to crap.
here's the thing, like that's advertisement. That's
Literally.
free advertisement. When people share photos from your event, they're advertising your event to their friends.
Maybe.
Why would you not want that?
Maybe they're worried about like someone be like, "Oh my God, you see all the orbs?" No,
I wouldn't care. If somebody
I would.
came to my event like, "Oh, all these orbs," I'd be like, "If you're gonna share that, you just tag Midwest Mystery Tour. That's free. It's free
And
advertising."
then Midwest Mystery Tour is gonna be like, "Yeah, that's not orbs, man. That's just dust."
I might debunk your picture, but you can still tag me in it.
Hey, it's your risk for putting it out there. Look what I caught. Well, look what you didn't caught.
Scotty, no.
Exactly. Scotty, no. Oh man.
Exactly,
those
Lord.
guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, just share it. If it's not even a ghost picture, if it's just a picture of the
Right.
building, share it, man. Be like, hey, came out to this event. You guys should check it out. Boom. Look, this
Always a good
person had a
time.
good time. They posted pictures.
Exactly. Which
I
got
don't
one
get
coming
that.
up in September. 2 months.
That is true. 2 months.
Ayo.
It's coming up quick, hopefully.
It is coming up quick, dude. It's so I'm so ready, and if I'm gonna try to keep that same energy going for McIntyre, maybe I can get a big something there too.
McIntyre.
We'll see.
McIntyre
We'll
Vol.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
much
If you guys,
like?
I know you guys know already, but for those of you that don't know, if you want to come ghost hunt with us, Midwest Mystery Tour is making a stop in Atchison, Kansas, September 13th, which is a Friday the 13th. We'll be
Jeez.
investigating from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Maybe longer if you can stay up.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you can stay up, because I know we did. We technically did investigate longer, but
Yeah, you and I, when we were there last, we were up a couple hours later than the rest
we
of
were up
everybody.
till what, 4 or 5?
5. We were up till
that's what I
5.
thought. That's the longest I think I've stayed up for an investigation. Not
Been a
gonna
minute
lie.
since I did that late.
Yeah.
But yeah, this place is super awesome. If you haven't met Stephanie, she's a personality.
Yes.
She's a lovable personality, though.
I can't take that night off, Jess. I'm sorry. I can't take that night off to have the day off and all that stuff. Yeah, it's work BS.
So yeah,
I'd love to go back to Whiteface on the 12th, but
I might.
really, you might do it? Well, shucks. Maybe I guess I have to do it now. We'll see. We'll see if work will let me. Because I don't know if they'd like it if I would. Because I'd work that Thursday and then go down that night and then just take off that Friday. This might be doable.
I have to go watch that video now.
Which video?
I'm probably the McIntyre video. Oh, the Jason Hawes one, probably.
Probably that.
Probably that one. Nobody wants to
I'm
watch
just
Haunted
saying.
History. Even though we just put out a 3D video again today.
Exactly. I'm late. Comment was watering the garden. Oh, it's fine.
Is that what you call it now?
Oh my god.
Oh, burn.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Oh, man.
Quagmire. Giggity.
Let's conjure up us a ghost. We might.
I mean, we might. Well, I'm just saying. We did bust out the white faces at the white face house. She brought.
Excuse me?
She brought. That's a great word, right?
Excuse
she
me?
brought these. Oh Jesus. Okay, that's all we need. She brought these like just plain white masks. I don't know what you call them. They're just plastic masks. And we just decided to put some on and wear them around the white face house and do a little session. And that's when we got the cat ball experience next to the window.
By making fun of it?
Well, I don't know. But maybe. But I'm just saying those things.
You guys were teasing.
hot.
You guys were teasing
They
the
were
ghosts.
hot to wear because to breathe, there's no holes in the nose or mouth, so it's just it was
Just all condensation and your
oh yeah,
breath.
100%. It sucked, but it was fine. I'm down for the next experiment that she's gonna do there. So it's gonna be similar, but not quite. But yeah,
It's going to be
That,
similar but different.
it is actually. It is gonna be different because it's gonna be a different kind of mask.
Oh.
Yeah, I told you it's gonna be different.
The
Don't say it.
Afri-
Don't spoil it. Don't.
it's an
spoil it.
African death mask?
Nope. And it's not the Screamer mask from Scream either.
Michael Myers.
Something
Isn't it?
else. Nope.
Oh, wait. I know what it
You know what it is.
is. I had to
You
think
know
for a
what it
second
is.
there, and it dawned on me.
The day before the 13th. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. I'm stupid.
I've been
But
seeing
yeah.
those shorts where they're using Arnold's
Oh, yeah,
voice
that's
on
the
them.
best. I
Those are
love it.
great. You got it. You get to the chopper now.
Which is funny because he doesn't even really sound like that. You
Not
listen
quite.
nowadays, it's like, I was talking to him.
I was
like
talking
he's
to
slowed
him.
down a lot.
He sounds like he has like a nasal congestion.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was talking to him and I was
This
like,
the way
let's go
it
to
sounds.
California.
California.
In California.
Greatest country I've been staying in the world.
What? Right now, but anyway.
If you're gonna go now. Go.
But that's all we
Wow.
can really. What? Yes, exactly. But that's all we could conjure up that I know of. Haha. of our paranormal drama that we've come across lately, but I'm sure there'll be more eventually because this
there is.
world or field study, whatever you want to call it, is full of drama and BS.
It's like every
Anything
month
people,
there's a new thing.
there's always meatheads. Yeah.
You little
You know
meathead.
it. Yo, little meathead.
You're the head of the meats.
Now, then if you want to get into meat wad, but that's a whole different story.
So I was
What?
I got tipped this today
You got tipped a golden ticket today. Was that at
at work.
at work? Yeah, they tipped you a golden ticket.
It is.
Is it an authentic golden ticket?
Yeah, 24 karat gold.
Well, okay, cool. But like, where did it come from?
It came from South Dakota. It's a gold back from South Dakota.
Is it real?
Yeah.
Why did you get tipped it today?
I don't know. Lady
You're
was
not
old.
that special.
She thinks I am.
Oh. Did
I
you
let
do
her keep her
anything
teeth
for her?
in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you make sure to take it out or what?
No.
Just the tip. Hey.
Just the tip.
That's right, William.
Look out over the lips and through the gums. Look out.
Oh God! Just to grandmother's house we go.
Here I.
They've like some real old guys. Really old.
Not old, mature. Thank you.
Mature. Sorry,
Thank
my
you.
bad. My
They
bad.
have their own category now.
Sorry, ladies. It's not even Cougars or Panthers at that point. It's like Pumas. Pumas. Oh yeah, so we'll go with the sloth. That works. Or what's a really
what?
Huh? An anteater? I don't know.
Veggie Tales.
Oh.
Oh. My God, this show went south in a
You're the one that
heartbeat.
said it, not me.
I didn't say nothing.
And with that, I need my
Appropriate.
PM. All right, I understand.
All right, guys.
Everybody.
Well, we appreciate you guys stopping in,
Thank you.
listening to us ramble. But
like always.
it is our time.
It is our time. This is our time of the year or month, week, day. Love and light. Bye, Cassie.
It's our paranormal cycle.
It is Paranormal Cycle. But join us next week, same place, same time, 8 o'clock on Monday nights. We should have a fun-filled show. I'm actually going to a demolition derby on Thursday. I'm pretty excited.
You know what you should yell out during the derby?
What?
You missed.
Oh, I will. Definitely going to yell it out. Charles is on his period. What? I missed that, I guess.
Period.
Period.
You know? Do you know? Never mind.
Same time. Yeah. What?
Not even gonna go there.
You missed. What?
Here.
Can't help myself.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you guys. Bye.